So this person left the following comment about the incident you see right here. A Philippine government task force said in a statement that China Coast Guard and Chinese maritime militia vessels harassed, blocked, deployed water cannons, and executed dangerous maneuvers. This is your favorite half Chinese, and you will be the judge after we examine the video together. But and then after that, we will know what China had to say about it. I let you all decide for yourself afterwards who is in the right and who is in the wrong. So let's look at the video. Here we can clearly see that the vessel is more on the backside of the Chinese vessel, right? Now, when it comes closer to the Chinese vessel, we can see here that it is at the front, right? Now, if we look at the rear, then we will see the waves. As we can clearly see, there are waves behind the Filipino vessel, but not behind the Chinese vessel. That means that the Chinese vessel wasn't moving, but the Philippine vessel was. And that is actually the evidence that it was colliding with the Chinese vessel on purpose. As you can see, there's a water cannon in the front. It is not attacking the Filipino vessel, but it is as a warning because they know that this is going to happen. Do you see? Behind there is no waves. And behind the Philippine vessel, there are waves. So one of them is not moving and the other one is moving. So who is colliding against who? That seems to be very clear here. So I wanted to show that so it is extremely clear, especially when you see from the part from before, we can clearly see that this is unnecessary. So who's making a dangerous maneuver? China by just being there, or the Filipino vessel just sailing ahead, bumping into the Chinese vessel? That is the question. I leave that up to you. Now, these things happen all the time. Philippine vessels deliberately trying to collide with Chinese vessels and then label China as a bully. That is why they many times have journalists on board so they can make a hit piece that make it look like China is the aggressor and the bully by never showing the before and after videos or pictures, while in all reality it is the actual opposite, as we have seen in this video, and in a couple of videos ago I also did another one also with similar things. Anyways, I hope this was useful to you and to others, as it again clearly shows who is in the right and who is in the wrong. The Philippines is using brinkmanship as a strategy, which also was used by the United States during the Cold War Cuban Missile Crisis. Let me play it again. Brinkmanship is one of the most dangerous strategies one can use. What you do in brinkmanship is trying to push it to the brink of war, hence the name brinkmanship. Why you will do that is because you are banking on the sanity of the other party that refrains from a war mentality, or maybe to frighten them that a war will break out. Why is it so dangerous? Because once you start to play with fire, you might get burned. A small accident can start a war, as in the Cuban Missile Crisis. We were at the brink of a nuclear war. Many people don't know that, but you can go ahead and read about it. Many people don't know that UMI probably wouldn't have existed if something went wrong there. Anyways, I just added that to make people understand what is really happening and why this type of strategy is so extremely dangerous. Philippines is banking on the help of the United States of America or the sanity of China. What they don't understand is that when they are the aggressor with brinkmanship strategies, the USA will have no ground and no intention to help the Philippines, as you are not being attacked, but you will be at war. I am just telling you this to open your eyes and to open the eyes of many other people who think they will help. And This is why. Probably most likely the United States of America told your government to deploy the Brinkmanship strategy so they can get out of the ironclad they have with the Philippines. You need to understand the United States' track record in holding up to its words is literally extremely bad in its best scenario. Maybe something to think about. Now let's see what China had to say. The China Coast Guard, CCG, on Tuesday took restriction measures including the use of water cannon against Philippine vessels that had trespassed into waters of China's Renai Jiao, as known as Renai Reef, in the South China Sea, during which a Filipino vessel intentionally rammed into a Chinese ship and caused a minor scrape. The Philippines' moves are unprofessional, irrational, and immature that broke the status quo, escalating the tensions to an extremely dangerous level, experts warned, urging the Philippine side to return to the negotiation table as soon as possible. Breaking its promise, the Philippines on Tuesday intentionally sent 2 Coast Guard ships and 2 cargo ships to trespass into the waters of the Renai Jiao in China's Nansha Islands to send supplies to its illegally grounded warship Kanyu, a CCG spokesperson said in a statement on Tuesday. The CCG took restriction measures to control the situation strictly based on the law and made temporarily special arrangement to 1 Philippine ship that carried necessary living materials under humanitarian considerations, Khan said. The CCG's on-site operation was reasonable, legitimate, professional, and up to the standard, the spokesman said. During the event, the Philippine Coast Guard ship 4407 ignored repeated warnings from the Chinese side, violated the international regulations for preventing collision at sea, and intentionally rammed into the CCG ship 21555 in an unprofessional and dangerous manner when the latter was conducting normal law enforcement activities, Khan said. Well, anyway, that is kind of what China said. They said a whole lot more, but that's too long for this video. In my humble opinion, when I look at the video, it looks more exact to what China says than what the Philippines said to the Philippines. Anyways, let me know what you all think of it. If you enjoyed the video, then please drop it a like, share, and if you have not yet, then follow. This was your favorite half Chinese, and as always, have a great day.